Across Ontario, hundreds of thousands of people got a pay raise today. The Ontario government boosted its minimum wage rate. Al Sweeney is following this story and joins us live with the details. Hey, Al.
Hi there, Kelly. Well, for people making the general minimum wage, this is a pay increase of 3.9%. But for a lot of people making the minimum wage, it still means that won't pay the bills. With minimum wages going up, high school students are happy that some will be making a little more at part-time jobs.
That's pretty cool. It's nice to have a little bit extra money.
I'm happy. I'd be pretty happy about it.
For students, the new minimum wage is up $1 to $16.20 an hour. But as of today, the general minimum wage in Ontario is $17.20 an hour. That's up 65 cents from $16.55 an hour. For a 40-hour work week, the province says that's an annual raise of up to $1,355, adding up to a total wage of more than $35,000 a year. The province says more than 935,000 people earned less than $17.20 an hour last year, many of them working in retail, accommodation, and food services. That includes thousands in Hamilton.
Last time we did the check, it was about more than 30,000 people in Hamilton.
Tom Cooper of the Hamilton Roundtable for Poverty Reduction says $35,000 a year isn't enough in the face of higher costs for things like rent and groceries.
It's impossible. It's about making impossible choices about whether to pay the rent, feed the kids, keep the utilities running.
Instead, he says the focus should be what's called a living wage, set by costs in the community. The Living Wage Network says workers in Hamilton should be making $20.80 an hour just to get by. In Niagara, Brant, and Haldimand, Norfolk, $20.35 an hour. In parts of Halton caught up in Toronto prices, $25.05 an hour.
The living wage is, in contrast to the minimum wage, is set every year according to the real local expenses that a worker would have to cover in order to make their way in the world.
They're looking for ways to encourage companies to agree to pay a living wage. But with the minimum wage going up, small businesses say they may have to make some tough choices.
Small businesses, by virtue of their size and the fact that they don't have big profit margins, will always find it harder to absorb higher costs of any kind, especially labor costs.
So the provincial government's minimum wage is reset according to inflation. The Living Wage Network is going to reset its suggested living wage next month based on the real costs that people face, and it says that living wage is going to go up. Kelly?